got
blood
5 more.
cat, and somebody will give one to you.
Even more important, I'm putting a transmogrifier down. Or transmorpher beacon, whatever they.
Question, where are you?
I'm on the boat. I'm staring down Jaina.
There's so many emotes going on right now. I can't handle this.
Am I zoned in by myself? Do I need to
Maybe. We're summoning
You
you.
need to. Yeah,
We'll
everyone
summon
should
you.
summon.
No, we can summon him.
I was too greedy. Oh, hi, friends.
Gaseous
Zephyr's
is...
got the best one.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
can't
am I
handle
getting
this
the-
model. I'm sorry.
Oh my god! You leave it!
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
I want to
Professor
see. I
Bruce
want to see
said.
before you click it off.
Why do Rare and Tame have the same clothes on?
Oh my god, that's amazing. Your future's your
and
future
alt.
sign.
And you're drooling and everything. Look at that.
The best part is what you said at the beginning.
I-
Good news, everybody.
It put my staff upside down.
It's upside. Well, that's because you're a goddamn monk.
It's a broom.
They don't know what to do with. They don't know what to do.
Oh
They
crap!
gave
my
you the
level-
blind person's udder.
How much I'm an edge lord.
my
Oh
level 95
my
shaman's
god,
rank
look what they
outfit's
did
tag,
to
I gotta
me.
change it.
I look horrible.
Now you're stripper
I have no
Illidan.
scars.
Leotheris
You
Sublime.
guys, look at me. Evan, look at me. My worst nightmare.
You look great.
I'm a
You're
lady
adorable.
panda.
Oh my.
I'm clicking
that
this
dance.
shit off.
I mean, at least you're not undead.
Lady Panda hate.
I'd rather be
Does the
putrescide.
Erico even have a dam?
I hope. Yeah, yes.
I've got a weird face mask.
You know
That's
that,
not
Dan.
bad.
Let's do a ready check
it's-
to see who we have to yell at
I
for
love it.
Vaness
It's
moves.
kind of funny. Actually, that is. I cannot wait to see your casting animations.
I've
Down
already
Death
clicked
and
it off.
Decay.
I'm the most emo.
What the hell is this?
Someone with the add-on, tell me who Larissa is.
Wait, Ruby is like me, but less emo.
You are High Astromancer Solarian from the Eye.
I didn't remember the face looking.
Oh wow, Zetter looks cool.
I'm so edgy.
Wait, where are you?
You are your scars.
I am my
Oh
scars.
yeah.
Yeah, Leotheris is the best one, I think.
Ruby looks like my dad.
'Cause you really look like stripper Illidan wearing a dress.
Who is Ruby?
Right in front of me. I don't know.
Darius Dark Shadow.
Darius Dark Shadow from Black Temple.
I've literally never heard of this person.
You've killed him, I'm sure.
I'm sure I did, but I probably thought he was trash.
Confidence death.
Who needs a Vantis rune?
Do a ready
you.
check and we'll
Oh,
find out.
Nina, you've got the Nighthold gear on. That's good gear.
Advisor Melandris, whoever that is.
Oh, what boss was he in?
Court of Stars.
Yeah,
That's
he was a
right.
dungeon boss.
Yeah, I figured out that I can solo Legion dungeons, so guess I'll have to start doing.
Make sure you get your flasks. You can take 2.
Thank you.
We're gonna change the phase 3 strategy slightly. Like I wrote in the channel, we're gonna delay lust until the second image spawns. And then the strategy is basically the same. It'll be after Icefall, so that's what you can use to get frozen on purpose if you want. But in the meantime, when the bloodlust happens and she freezes herself, you can all turn and nuke the image. While you're waiting to get frozen, group 1 and 2 are the ones that are going to get frozen on purpose. 3 and 4, you're going to stay out the whole time and not get frozen. Your only job is to break people out. So group 1 and 2 are also going to be the ones who are going to soak the orb.
Do you want 3 healers in the frozen group?
Yes, only 1 healer sits out. Actually, let me switch the DPS a little.
The paladins have pretty big AoE.
Yeah, so I'll put both of you in with us. So that's now 1 and 2 are still getting frozen. 3, 4 are gonna break people out. So the goal, once that bloodlust phase is over, we're only going to do one set of freeze and breakouts. So half the raid will be low stacks and half the raid will be medium stacks. Then the rest of us get frozen kind of organically piecemeal over the course of the raid, and so there will hopefully be fewer of us frozen at a time during the actual fight, and you can break people out as they get frozen.
That sounds like a better strategy because we did execute the first frozen phase okay once,
Yeah,
but never did the second
we
one
didn't
go.
have enough time to get both in 20 seconds, so I think we'll just do one. But the biggest thing right now is I would like for us to get through phase 1 and 2 without any unforced errors. So don't get knocked off the boat in phase 1 and don't get frozen by things in phase 2.
Unforced errors.
Unforced errors. There are two
AKA
types of errors.
mistakes.
There are forced errors and there are unforced errors.
I think
And
if anybody dies on the boat, we should just wipe.
we need to save battle reses for later in the fight because the tank deaths get very inevitable in the last phase. It's kind of like Argus.
Don't worry about it. I've got a earth element.
Well, the other thing we can
Just
do
kidding.
is save a battle res and then lust on the person who B-reses after our first battle res
Yeah.
or our
But that's
first
if
bloodlust
somebody
in phase.
dies, which you should not.
Right.
Unforced errors.
But be
Right.
prepared to call that out if we want, if it seems advantageous of us to cause her to ice block again. You know.
Sure.
Zephyrus is the only one that does not have a Vantis.
Really?
I have one, I just didn't click it.
There we go.
Devath needs a flask.
Are you back in, Olds?
Yeah.
I have a flash.
Oh, you left the light. You strayed from the light.
Sacrificed everything.
It's
What
so
have you
funny.
given?
That hurts my
Aw.
eyes.
You hate
We have
fun.
no warrior. Do we have a battle shout scroll?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to look at LMS's
Wait.
strat.
Wait,
Love that
let me
36-second pull time.
Oh, okay. I can make one.
Yeah, JK, we gotta make stuff.
We've got time. Alright, so the things that'll knock you off the boat are the bombard and the ice blast. So those are the two things you should be looking up. It's okay to take longer in this phase if you improve on those.
5, 4,
Are we
3,
pulling?
2,
Yes.
Yep.
1.
First Marines land. Ships on the left.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Can't click for a moment. I'm on it.
Freezing blast.
You got new ads, huh?
Set charge.
Run those into melee.
Running. I don't care what it does to me.
Run the Marines into melee or the barrel?
The Marines. Barrels you just throw off the side.
Chilling touch.
Here comes the first rain.
Freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
On the starboard side.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Going down the middle.
Chilling touch. Freezing chilling touch.
It's in the raid.
Time war. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Set charge.
Shit, I got
Set
knocked off.
charge.
can res you.
Old's got me.
Freezing blast.
Somebody else just went off. Let's wipe
I'm
it.
an idiot.
That's me.
Go ahead and jump off.
Freezing blast.
She rooted me when I'm trying to jump off.
It wouldn't let me jump off either.
I will freeze you where you stand. You will be washed away. Beware.
I never noticed before that Jaina's Tide Elemental is on the upper deck fighting Princess Talon.
That's an excuse as to why Talanji isn't here helping us.
Why is she still a princess? What the fuck, Blizz?
I know.
She can't save you from getting knocked off
She
the boat.
hasn't been. Look, if you're thinking about this the right way, she hasn't been had the coronation yet. It wasn't until after we finished this battle that they went back and did it.
She could be putting up some safety netting though, so we don't get thrown off.
Yeah, geez.
That's true.
OSHA, somebody call them.
This is a
Remember
very
when she
hazardous
had
work
that?
environment.
Remember when she had that huge bubble that deflected 9 million arrows from 100 trolls when you're riding along with her? Remember that? She just needs to do that right now.
That's what.
On that ready for raid thing, does anyone have a Jeeves or an auto?
Physical versus magical, though, Tay.
Did you want a
Yeah.
Jeeves? Is that what you're saying?
I do.
Okay, let me find one. Okay, I'm putting down a Jeeves. No, did somebody put one
Sorry
down?
Don't
about
pull.
that.
Can we get a?
There you go. It's down.
Can we get a summon stone?
So, Devath, do you have an ore survival suit transmog? It might work.
Oh shit, where's the brunch? There it is.
Yeah, get your brunch buff.
We need a cozy fire.
Can we have a summon stone?
It's Goldshire in. You also need some 14-year-old boys harassing you in RP.
Oh, it only
go
increases
fast.
versatility by 1. That's lame.
We're not going to take any damage now.
This is what we need.
Dice, you're gonna be soaking the orb and getting frozen on purpose with group 1 and group.
Okay.
Alright. So we had 2 fall deaths there. Let's try to cut it down a bit more.
It was 100% of the monks, if you want to be technical.
It's true. I even had my teleport down. I don't know why I
They're
did
too
that.
rolly.
I thought monks were agile.
Agility doesn't help you if you don't watch.
Wait, what knocked you guys off the edge?
The explosion, the cannons.
I got confused.
I assume it was the W key for Cal.
Are you streaming, Cal? We can watch.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be in the kill video no matter what.
I mean, yeah, you can probably make a compilation of me getting knocked off as the
I
intro.
want a kill video and a
You just have to go back through the
Cal
stream.
falling off the ship. Do a supercut of this one and the last boss, the Stormwall Blockade.
A supercut? Is that like a bad haircut?
Super cuts.
5, 4,
Make sure to set it to some really dramatic music.
1.
For Colterus! I will
Freezing blast.
enemy vessel on our port side. Give them a taste of
I
our
hope you
power.
don't mind the cold.
Oh, we went to the same side. I'm sorry.
Boat's on the left.
Heads up. Set charge. Set charge. Set charge. Searing pitch.
There's a crossbow and fire on the left.
Action.
Searing pitch. I will freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch.
If you get avalanche, run it down the left and clear the crossbow.
Searing pitch. Set charge. I will freeze you where you stand. The tide moves against you. Time war. Freezing blast. Set charge.
Heads up.
Set charge. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Set charge. I will freeze you where you stand. Searing set charge. Searing pitch. Set charge. I hope you don't mind. Cold.
I'm gonna clear melee.
Searing pitch.
Boat's on the left.
Freezing blast.
Are we resing Teja?
Heads are up.
Set charge. Searing pitch. Set charge. Freezing blast.
Go ahead and save the res.
Searing blast. Searing pitch. I will freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing set charge. I hope you don't mind. Cold. The tide moves against you.
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't either.
We're down 2 people.
Healing
Should we
touch.
wipe?
Yes. Go ahead and jump off.
I feel like that girl in Galaxy Quest who like had one job.
Set charge.
We
And
were
it was just
doing
stupid one, but she had to do
like no damage to her or something.
Yeah, we didn't. We only got 2 rings last week, I think, before she went to.
It was this was lasting for absolutely forever.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what happens when our top DPS is gone.
Gone.
Are you telling me this is all Upper Decker's fault?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Everything's your
it's
fault.
hypothetically it's everybody else who can't make up the difference.
All I'm doing is
Oh.
moving Marines.
Shade.
If you want me to do something else,
You should not be mind controlling anything. You should be
Oh.
attacking her.
okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
I can just leg sweep them at the beginning, and they won't drop their mines for a little bit, and that'll let us kill them before they can do.
So that time we had a death because of standing in avalanche, and 2 deaths standing in avalanche. So that
The
wasn't
avalanche-
anybody getting knocked.
There were people that had the avalanche didn't move at all, and then nobody moved out of the avalanche either.
Yeah, but LMS is trying to spin it positively, saying that we only had 2 deaths and none of them were from people getting knocked off.
Also, if we're like down to 65% or less, and avalanche comes up, don't clear all the fire patches up by the melee, because they really like to clear before they have to jump off the ship.
Yeah, you don't even worry about clearing them. If you clear a couple, that's fine. Yeah. They're not
Thanks
really
for
going to get in
advocating
our way.
for our rights.
Well, I just saw everything at the front of the ship by the melee get cleared. And I'm kind of going, oh crap.
It's annoying.
Tanks are not
I
going to be.
ate.
Ruby has chosen to fast for this pull.
Practice looking at your timers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
First boat's on the left.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
Heads are up.
Chilling touch.
Spell.
They belong to the sharks now.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Cool tidance on the starboard side. I will freeze you where you stand.
Time warp. Freezing blast.
Heads are up.
Set charge. Set charge. Freezing blast.
Spell.
Nothing left but ash and splinters.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
I
Ring
will
device.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Dispel Chanta. Ship's on the left.
Freezing blast. Searing
You ready to drop your step?
set charge.
Go ahead and drop
Searing
him.
pitch.
Hard vessels on the horizon. You have nowhere left to run. Ice weak. You really think
We don't have any markers up, just go to the first barrel in on the left side as we enter.
impossible? I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape. It's time we finish.
Don't get frozen.
I got frozen.
Glacial ray.
Ray's coming on the red.
Touch.
Captain Barbara put on the barrel. Good job.
Washed away. I hope you don't mind the cold.
Should I pick someone up?
No, go ahead and die.
Blow up the barrel. Why?
Just stand in a thing and die.
Because 2 people are dead?
Is that my fault? I'm sorry.
We got a lot of people frozen too. We just have to practice the transition.
There's one. I'm the only. Okay. Well, I mean,
Look at all these frozen people, Tay.
they just did it.
It's fine. They're all frozen now.
It was literally only me.
No, it was a few people.
It was me
There
and
were like,
Tav.
No, there were
people who got
at least
frozen.
I got-
Window was frozen too.
I got
Okay.
frozen.
Like we can't have people getting frozen in that.
Glacial
Yeah,
ray.
but they were all out by the time he said, except for me.
The tide moves
And we had 2 people dead.
2 people were frozen and dead, and then more people got frozen. So it's not.
Yeah, I blundered into the ice lands.
it's easy to lose track of it. So really, I would prefer that when we do that phase transition, you just don't attack anything. Just focus on dodging the remaining little ice things until they're all passed, and then start attacking her. We have a lot of margin in that second phase because we have all 3 barrels, and we usually get the 3rd barrel really with a lot of time left anyway. So we don't have to rush that phase.
Also, during the transition, she does the ray really quickly, so we've been getting caught in that first ray, and that's where we've been getting some people frozen and dead.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I think Nina was one of them that you were frozen and then the ray went over you, maybe.
Yeah, that was no. I blundered into the ray and that froze me.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
that was. I got frozen and then the ray came over.
Well, because
right?
we're
Divine
stacking
Shield will
by
break you
that-
out of frozen, though, right?
Yeah, if you hit it
Yeah.
fast enough.
Because we're stacking by that ordinance, she's targeting a random person, so there's a very high
Yeah.
chance it's going to go right
In
the
that
raid.
direction.
So
Yeah.
you should be very much ready to move immediately once she's active again.
Yeah, so there's a case for straggling.
Yeah.
As long as
Yeah.
you can.
As long as you
avoid
don't
little
get
things.
frozen. It's very obvious if you get frozen off in a corner in a different zip code and we have to run over and break you out. But otherwise, nobody will be the wiser.
That was a bit messy because I wanted to drop the activation of the ordinance and.
Do we get the
got
markers
frozen.
down?
No.
Oh,
But
anybody?
everybody remembers where the left barrel is.
I don't know my left from my
Which
right.
left barrel?
The one
Which
on your
left?
left, obviously.
4,
You make an
3,
L with your hand.
2,
Which
1.
way am I
can't do-
facing?
I can't do that and heal at the same time.
Yes, you can.
It's your keyboard hand, hopefully.
Set charge. Freezing blast.
Too fast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Somebody want to take that bomb in melee and get it out?
I'm
Ow!
good. Oh, is that her?
Oh no.
I'm fine.
Votes on the left first.
Sacrifices must be.
No, the right. That's the right.
Sorry.
You're on the left.
Chilling touch.
Make an L with
I've been
your
focused
hand.
so much on the left side.
Freezing blast.
I've just been staring at my hand this whole time.
I've been staring at rear as
You've been staring at Rira's what?
Charge. Set charge.
He didn't say.
I think he, that was a complete set.
Crossbow on the right's on fire.
bomb.
Freezing blast. I
Ring
will
device.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
If you're frozen right now, you are not standing in the right place during the ring.
Time war. Freezing blast.
Boat's coming on the left.
Which left?
Make an L with your hand.
Chilling touch.
Ads are up.
Set charge. Set freezing blast. Chilling touch.
I
Ring
will
device.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Enemy vessel off the starboard side. Man the guns.
Boat's on the right. She's at 63. Be ready to step in fire. We'll probably get one bombardment. Go clear your stacks now.
Searing freezing blast. Pod vessels on the horizon. You have nowhere left to run. Ice weak.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Okay, I'm making an L with my hand.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope.
Shit,
of
which hand do I make that one with?
You make it
Which
with both
direction
hands and
does
you
the
see
L
which
go?
one.
Which letter is L?
It's a lowercase L. Alright, don't get frozen.
You're not the boss of me.
It's the
Oh,
little
that
one.
is.
That's
Hey,
some
just
bullshit.
break.
Ray's
We're
coming.
fine.
Watch
Just
the ray,
break
watch
an
the
order.
ray.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Barrels up. Ice falls pointing towards us from the opposite side.
Get out.
All weapons, open fire!
Next broadside, break this barrel here. Ray's coming soon.
Glacial ray.
Watch the circle direction.
Out of that.
Chilling touch.
Broadside the barrel.
On the barrel, please.
Ice fall.
Got it.
Ice falls for you guys.
Ice Fall's pointing
Away
straight
from
at the
barrel,
boss.
away from the boss.
Chilling touch.
Get in here. Get in here.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Get out.
Cannons fire!
Ray's coming soon.
Glacial ray.
I'm rooted.
Move out of the ray.
I can't reach
I'm
Jade.
trapped.
Moves against you!
Ice fall.
Take the broadside to the barrel. Yeah, pick him up. We're gonna see if we can do the wall. Broadside's up. Take it to the barrel. Clear the barrel. Next ray's coming soon.
Chilling touch. Glacial ray.
Here comes Ray.
Alright, Ray.
Yo, Ray.
Get out of the
Yeah.
barrel. We're gonna get the wall soon.
Ice fall.
All weapons, open
Ice falls where we're standing. Don't be in that circle.
freeze you where you stand! I will freeze you where you
Get on the wall.
All the way to the end.
Get up against the boat. Only stand out if you have Heart or Frost, otherwise get up against the boat.
Waterfall falling.
Focus in the tank.
Waterfall falling.
No.
Move up, move up.
Waterfall falling.
Finish her.
Chilling touch. Waterfall falling.
Please don't Earth Elemental.
Waterfall falling. Ortha Frost. Waterfall falling.
Here's the first orb, group 1 and 2.
Chilling touch.
I'm stuck.
So am I.
Do not be in front of the boss. Please run those out.
Chilling touch.
Yeah, don't put the bombardments in the middle.
Image is up.
You will be washed away!
Picking her up.
Better.
Ray's coming soon. No, we're saving it for after the second image.
Chilling touch.
Second image is in 5 seconds.
Should I be getting frozen?
No, not yet. Wait for the ice fall. Now get frozen. Don't run the broadsides in though.
Chilling touch. Arctic realm. Crystalline dust.
Don't be in front.
Breaking ice blocks is top priority.
Crystalline dust. Prismatic image.
Image.
Glacial
Image is spawned. Ray is starting.
You will be washed away. All weapons open fire. Chilling touch.
Try to pick up Shanta.
Yeah, go ahead.
Crystalline
Ice falls. There's 2 ice falls.
Orca frost.
Bloodlust for Shant. She's dead. Never mind.
But she had bloodlust for 1 second.
Well, we had another battle rose, so I just hit it again.
Everybody's dead. It's fine.
Moves against you. Prismatic image.
Now's a good time to do the markers.
Yeah. Although you did such a good job of figuring out the left side.
Crystalline
Now's a
dust.
bad time to do the markers. We don't even know where the fucking
The
barrels
the broadside placement was particularly poor.
I'll put the first one down.
It's an approximate.
It's
Yeah,
your left.
What I did was I stuck a piece of paper on the monitor.
Ruby's corpse was floating. He's now the floating skeleton.
I
Alright,
feel
are we
like
on
our
break?
broadside landed more
No.
on people than it didn't.
I ran for the prismatic image, and the ice ray came up, and it went right through it.
You don't want to move near the image if possible, especially if you're ranged. You want to damage it from near where Jaina is standing.
Serpentine to it. Serpentine.
But I like the breakout timing there better. But biggest thing is like we can't get 2 people frozen to every single ray.
This ray.
Why
guy's
was the
really
wall
like-
so tight?
It's tight
Because
because
we're
we're
missing-
using Lust and we're missing
We're
high-
missing
high
our best
DPS.
DPS.
But
Did we
it
have
was
And I
people
got
down
the
or no?
siege breaker, so I had to run away from the wall.
We did have some bad timing. People had to run out broadsides and stuff, but it's
wa-
fine.
It wasn't fine. I mean, it was a little tighter than before, but it's not that wasn't that
You could
bad.
even delay on Nathanos a little longer, as long as you're up against the boat.
Oh, Dice doesn't have a Mantis rune.
Oh, Dice, open trade with Tay. Where are you? Here.
There's the problem.
And battle shout buff.
5, 4, 3, 2,
No
1.
brunch.
The sea answers my call.
Sorry.
Freezing blast. I will freeze you where you stand.
Boat right side.
Heads up.
Set charge. Freezing blast. Set charge.
There's a bomb in the back.
Got it.
A fine shot. The vessel is bound for the sea.
Freezing blast. Searing touch. Ring device. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Tyrann colors off our port side.
I hope you don't mind the cold. Searing touch. Time war. Freezing blast. Set charge. Set charge.
Deck is free to explode.
Freezing
Is
blast.
Spell Taymat?
Freezing blast. Ring device.
Freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Enemy vessel off the starboard side.
Freezing
Man
blast.
the guns.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche out.
Don't clear them all.
Tide moves against you.
You got some pools in the back.
That's okay.
Oh no, you're about to get more.
We're good.
Set freezing blast.
Get in and clear your stacks now.
There's a bomb in the back.
It'll clear
Don't
when
worry.
we transition her.
Searing pitch.
Port vessels on the horizon.
Oh, bad timing on those.
Yeah, that root gave me a stack.
Yeah, two.
It'll give you a lot if it stays on you.
Do you want Boban up or save it?
Save it.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape. Chilling touch.
Don't get frozen.
It's time we
Let it
Keep
go.
dodging things. Here comes the ray.
Middle move.
The tide moves against you. I will freeze you where you
Sorry.
stand. Chilling touch.
You don't have to break that ice. You should just be able to break the barrel.
Chilling touch. Ice fall.
Ice falls bisecting the room the way we came in.
Move out with broadsides.
All weapons open.
Get out of the barrel now. Ray's coming soon.
Glacial ray.
Get over by this barrel, backsheesh.
Yeah, I'm here.
No! No!
Chilling touch.
Okay,
Guys.
this is a wipe now.
What happened?
This is a wipe.
Nobody hit the barrel.
In the barrel.
If you have broadside, just stand by the barrel. If three of them all stand there, it's still okay.
Got another broadside in 8 seconds.
Where you stand.
Chilling touch.
All weapons
I
open.
mean, there's nothing we can do. We're not frozen because we didn't do
Give it to us,
Chilling touch.
Tavath. Wait.
Glacial ray. Chilling touch.
The tide moves against you.
Ground.
God.
Go ahead and die.
I'm standing in this.
I thought we
Ice
called
fall.
to kill.
Yeah, I think we did. Very slowly.
moves against you. Beware. Beware.
Okay. A first. I keep thinking Gray Staff is getting all of these epic pieces of loot.
I'm sure he deserves some.
He does.
Oh, thank you.
Eat to Beth.
Oh, sorry. I thought I clicked the thing.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. For the Alliance!
The deck is rigged to explode.
Charge.
Enemy vessel.
Freezing blast.
Boat's on the left.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
No, stop killing me.
Freezing blast.
Heads are up.
Sharing touch.
They're fixated. Yank the one next to Tay.
Freezing blast.
I already used. Okay, never mind.
Thanks.
I will freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Cool Tyrants on the starboard side.
I will freeze you where you stand. Time warp. Freezing
Olds, you should go stand in a fire if you can.
Heads are up.
Charges set.
Couldn't dispel you.
All good.
You're gonna get an extra bombardment.
Hope the cool Tyrants can swim better than they say.
Sharing touch. I will freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Cool Tyran colors off our port side.
I hope you don't mind the cold. Sharing touch. The tide moves against you. Freezing blast.
Can you pop?
Set charge.
She's at 62.
Searing pitch.
Go ahead and clear stacks now.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Hard vessels on the horizon. You have nowhere left to run. Ice weak.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Don't get frozen. And we'll work on dodging the first ray.
Glacial ray.
First ray's out.
The tide moves against you. I hope you don't mind.
I'm sorry.
Cold.
Break the ordnance, not the ice blocks.
Chilling touch. Ice fall.
Ice falls behind us, pointing through the room. Clear your stacks in the barrel and then get out. We'll slowly make our way to the next barrel.
The next barrel is free, so don't hold
Already
it on
opened
top
up.
of it.
Don't leave it down.
Glacial ray.
Ray's coming.
Should I pop the other barrel or just sit on that?
You can if you
Yeah,
want,
go
it doesn't
ahead.
matter.
Too late now. It's fine.
Let's break the barrel.
Chilling touch.
Get it, clear your stacks in the barrel,
I hope you don't
and then
mind.
get out now.
Cold. All weapons open fire.
Take the
Okay, put
broadside
this
to the
on the
barrel.
barrel. Yeah.
Glacial ray.
Glacial ray.
Chilling touch. Ice fall.
Ice fall will be safe if you're up against the wall.
Don't break that barrel yet.
Move out.
Take that
Take it
broadside
out.
out.
Chilling touch.
Watch the barrel health reset your stacks. Get out. We're gonna get a raise soon.
Glacial ray.
To the wall.
Ice fall.
Ice falls inside the wall.
I hope you don't mind. Cold. Chilling touch.
Be ready to do the wall.
I will freeze you where you stand.
I'm rooting for you.
Chilling touch.
Uh,
Chilling touch.
Nope, not quite.
I made it out.
I made
I
it.
made it.
Made it.
Sniffy jerks later.
I'm gonna run. Just keep running.
Waterfall.
How far can we go?
I'm going up on the boat. Ugh, invisible walls.
Waterfall falling.
Yeah, but we'll just be really quiet here. She won't see us.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Waterfall
Yeah,
falling.
Move to bear
I
form.
don't care.
Okay.
Is it gonna touch us up here? You know
Yes.
Falling.
Eventually.
Just be very quiet.
Tide moves.
what? Oh, she just killed us instead. That's better.
We're gonna go ahead and break 5.
Tay, I pinned your post to the race strategy channel because I thought it was worthwhile.
What post?
Go to raid strategy and you'll see.
The one that says hello?
I'm thinking Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead deeps don't kill walls.
Chirp, chirp.
Checking news back.
Can we also get more cookies? Bike what did you do?
It's the tools of the trade. It turned me into a Kragwa spawn.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, you're a frog. That's fantastic.
Which profession is that?
Sorry, I'm here. I would have been here if Tay hadn't been exclaiming things.
I'm sure we'll get to check out the stream later.
But he's not audible
He
on my
was
stream.
here. He was over by my computer.
Oh. That's too bad. Okay, since everyone's here, let's review how that phase transition works, since we seem to be having trouble with it. So when the transition happens, right, it gets all snowy and we jump off the boat and we run towards that arena. Jaina is in a random place inside that arena and she's channeling a spell that shoots those little ice orbs out of her. And those orbs will freeze you instantly if you touch them. There's also the tornadoes that path back and forth, which will do damage to you and knock you back. You end her channel by interrupting her, which right now Brasmus is doing. And when
you mean Major Domo Staghelm?
Yes. Now, when she gets interrupted, the frozen orbs that are like going along the ground that freeze you, the ones that have already spawned continue to go along their paths and do not despawn. So as soon as the phase starts, you're still in danger of getting frozen. But she doesn't spawn any new ones. So the goal is for us to interrupt early and then slowly position ourselves while continuing to dodge those orbs around the first barrel. And the first glacial ray will come a few seconds after she's interrupted. Now, the ray will target a random raid member, and she will channel and put a big white circle in front of her showing which direction she's facing. And then she'll shoot the ray out and rotate slightly, either clockwise or counterclockwise, it's random. And it will kill you if you stand in it, because you'll get frozen and then it'll just, beam through you for a couple seconds and kill you. Or it'll freeze you if you clip it a little bit or stand in the frozen patches that it leaves behind. So that little combo of frozen orbs plus ray plus broadside ends up being where a lot of people get confused and run into one or the other. Now, the barrels have a frozen cover above them that prevents them from taking damage, and you could remove those covers by being targeted by broadside, taking it next to the barrel, and dropping the broadside on top of the barrel, which allows it to be damaged and broken. And hitting a barrel with multiple broadsides is okay. Hitting them early is also okay, although we have to be careful to cleave them down at the correct time, but that's easy to do with just positioning. But the important thing is not to just stand in the middle of the raid with them and make everybody else have to move out.
So you're saying we shouldn't move broadside to populated areas that aren't on the...
Yeah, I mean, the number one thing is don't be afraid to go stand by an ordnance, because that's the most important.
Yes, breaking a barrel early is not a problem. Not breaking a barrel early is also recoverable, but it's a little bit more of a problem. The thing with broadside is that there's no fall off damage as long as you're not standing in the purple circle when it lands. It can be right next to you. You don't have to move all the way across the room. You just have to move slightly away so that that circle is in a safe place. But you can move out like 10 yards.
Can we mark Tay and then just have everybody run their broadsides to Tay?
We cannot. Unfortunately, this is the no fun zone. Does anybody have any questions about encounter mechanics? It's better to ask them now than screw up them later and endure silent judgment from me in the long.
The only one I have consistent trouble with is the big snow patches, predicting where they're coming from. I have trouble finding the marker.
The icefall.
Yeah.
The icefall will. It's a little hard to see because the room is big and sometimes it's off in a corner behind you. But as soon as you see it, there is a large white arrow pointing out of the center of it that shows what direction the fall is going to happen, and it'll completely bisect the entire room, go the entire length of the room, and drop those little frost patches. So we just have to be as far away from it as possible. And often it'll like go through where the boss is currently standing. So we need to call that out and preemptively move.
Yeah, to clarify a little, the icefall is a very large circular snow patch with a phallic projectile sticking out, and that's what's pointing where it's going to go.
So I don't actually see a snow patch until it goes off. All I see is a bright white arrow.
It's a big like glacial circle looking thing, like a targeting circle with the arrow pointing out, and then it'll drop the little meteors that put the snow patches down when the cast finish.
Yeah, does it tend to
It's
be
kind of hard to see if you're in melee.
I mean, there's a very, very hard to miss bright white arrow.
If you bend your hand to the left and cover your right eye, you'll see it. I think. But yeah, no, it's a very round, large white patch on the ground, and then it's got the arrow stick.
Does it tend to be on the edge of the room?
Yeah,
Yes, the circle will always be on the edge, but the direction that it points is random, and the place that it lands random. Usually it bisects the room, and some is kind of down the middle, but not always. Any other questions? All right.
Reflask people.
Good. Thank.
Who left the guild? I missed it.
It looks like Savage moved his warlock to another server. That's all. He already left the guild with his what is it called? Rogue.
Main.
I'm here, sorry.
No food for Billy B.
He'll be fine.
Billy B.
He can eat a corpse.
Hard mode.
Wow.
Hard mode, yeah.
You can eat one of your frozen corpses when you inevitably get hit by something.
Oh!
I haven't gotten hit like at all. So, oh, you meant the rest of them? Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind.
The sea answers my call.
I keep getting hit by my own silence.
And the jokes.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Dispel Chanta.
I got it.
Oh, it's on the left.
Freezing blast.
Heads are up.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. I will freeze you where you stand. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. I will freeze you where you stand. Time war. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Boat on the right.
Freezing blast.
The circle for freezing blast is very similar than the one for glacial ray if you need a reference.
Heads up.
There's a fire crossbow in the back, so it's going to take a little longer. We might get an extra bombardment, watch out. Dispel Chanta.
Whoa!
Let's slow wipe. Jump off.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
I am a warrior born!
Enemy vessel off our port side. Give them a taste of our cannons.
Beware.
I've got an idea. Let's try this with submarine war.
Were you guys rooted in the avalanche, or did you just not dodge it?
I was running it to the other side.
I'm going to take a minute and reload.
I was rooted just before.
Are you
and
seeing?
Were you rooted
didn't
by
have enough time.
Were you rooted by the ring or just by the whatever the random one is?
The random one.
Yeah, that's not much you can do. You just have to pray that somebody dispels you.
I'd already used my.
If the only roots are from the random thing, then we have exactly enough dispels to dispel everyone. If people get rooted by the ice circle, then some people are going to get stuck. So
Just standing in the
stand
fire
in the
during the
fire.
ring is very important.
And that includes healers, because we need your dispels immediately
You
afterwards.
don't get frozen unless you're inside the circle.
Yes, you do. You get frozen every time. You and Chanta get frozen every time.
So
don't
you
get
get
frozen,
ice
you get
block?
rooted.
I'm almost always standing in it myself, but
You also have.
Not work?
Mass Dispel
Mass
does
Dispel
work,
works,
but it's better just to
using it.
not do it.
The problem with Mass Dispel is when I dispel a group, about half the time, everybody else has dispelled the group I'm dispelling, and it's slower. So then it's used, I can't read.
You also have two freedoms too.
It's better just to do it correctly and let the healers do what they want to do with the remaining.
All I'm saying is
I
Blessing
will
of Freedom
follow
will
you.
dispel
That's
that.
fine. It's just that Mass Dispel is the only one I have in this.
I mean, if you have a Mass Dispel or a Blessing of Freedom
don't
or
need to
whatever,
do
and you
it.
can get yourself out or someone that you see stuck,
You
then
don't need
go
to
ahead
do
and do it. But don't.
I feel like you're trying to put a tourniquet on the wound after you've already lost a limb.
We're not going to rely on that.
You don't need to dispel your druids. We can get out of the route.
Yes, we can get out of.
So never spend any cooldowns on us.
Never ever?
Hardly ever.
Not to dispel the route.
I mean, if
shapeshift
you're a
out of
DPS,
anything.
it's 2 globals you have to spend. So
Oh,
if
no,
no one
2
else is
globals.
frozen, I'll dispel you. But yeah, you can shapeshift out of it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Charge is set!
Set charge. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Freezing blast.
Boat's on the left.
Freezing blast.
Heads are up.
Searing pitch. Set charge. Bring the vice. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I will freeze you where you stand. You will be washed away.
What the fuck?
Time
We had three avalanches go off in melee.
People don't move.
You gotta
when
move
they
when
get
you
it.
get that shit.
Are we wiping your...
Yeah. Go ahead and jump off.
Freezing blast.
You will be washed away. Beware, beware of me.
All right, putting down a Jeeps.
Alright, so to review how Avalanche works, 3 people are going to get targeted, and you'll have a blue arrow over your head, and it does not immediately start dropping ice patches under you. You have a few seconds to get out of the raid, and then she'll start channeling the spell, and the little swirly frozen things will appear under you, and these ice, I guess, things will start flying out of Jaina towards you, and it's a very slow arc, so you can actually stack multiple swirls on top of each other, kind of like the cannon barrage and freehold on the last boss. And as long you can take 1 tick, it's not a huge deal, but if you stand still and get hit by 4 in a row, then you'll probably die. And we usually get it immediately after a ring of ice, once at the beginning, and then basically after every ring thereafter.
Make sure you repair, guys. There's a Jeeves up.
Anybody have questions on that mechanic?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For the Alliance!
Runs out.
Set charge.
I got barrel.
Freezing blast.
Going down the raid.
Boats on the left first.
I will freeze you where you stand.
This is unfortunate.
Answer up.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
Tvath, run that into melee.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Searing touch.
In the fire, please.
Searing pitch.
Enemy vessel off the
Searing
starboard
pitch.
side. Man the guns.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Searing touch. Freezing blast.
Heads up.
Time warp. Set charge. Set charge. Freezing blast.
Hope the continents can swim better than they said.
Ring's coming soon.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Your soul belongs to me.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Freezing blast.
Cold Tyran colors off our port side.
Boat on the left.
Searing pitch. Searing touch. Freezing blast.
Get ready, stand and fire.
62.
Searing pitch.
Clear your stacks.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
God damn it.
You can just stand in a fire puddle starting at like 62 or 63.
There were none.
And there were a ton.
Just hang out near the barrel when we get down there, you'll be fine.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Go to the barrel and wait. Dodge the things. There's going to be a lot of them coming towards us since she's far away. Do not get frozen.
Chilling touch. Glacial
I
ray.
can't get it to the barrel.
Coming down the middle.
The tide moves against you.
Did we get
Blow up
one
the
of the
barrel.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got it. Got a couple people frozen though.
They're fine if we it was well.
Ironically, we killed the wrong
Chilling
one.
touch. Chilling touch. Ice ball.
Alright, see the ice fall right behind us, behind the barrel? That's the giant arrow that you have to be away from.
Cannons fire!
Glacial ray. Ice ball. Chilling touch.
There's another ice fall near the boss.
Arctic ground.
I hope you don't
Chilling
mind
touch.
cold. All weapons open
Get out of the
fire!
barrel.
Glacial ray.
Watch the ray.
Don't
Do not
touch
break
the,
that barrel.
Ice ball.
Ice fall's coming towards us. Be away from the barrel in either direction.
Get over here, ranged. Please get over here.
Move those out.
Let's go ahead and get the barrel.
Chilling touch.
Ray's coming soon.
bait away from the wall.
Glacial ray. Ice ball.
Ice falls near the wall.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Don't be inside the circle. She's about to transition.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Chilling touch.
All the way to the boat.
Waterfall falling.
Alright, Less on the Thanos. We don't need to bring him down so quick.
We need.
Waterfall falling. Waterfall falling.
Good timing.
Don't get stuck in this hall.
Waterfall falling. Waterfall falling. Touch. Waterfall falling. Orpha frost.
Group 1, 2, get that orb.
Chilling touch. Prismatic image. Chilling touch.
Remember, don't be in front of her.
Image is up.
Crystalline dust. Glacial ray.
Watch the ray.
The tide moves against you.
Chilling touch.
Cannons fire.
Ice fall. Prismatic electric ground. Chilling touch. Chilling touch.
Burn the image. Break out people. Burn the image.
Chill to the bone.
Yeah, that was awful.
Not a great overlap. Should have waited a little longer.
Siegebreaker got me.
I feel like this is going way worse than what we did before, but I don't know if it's just because there's a DPS difference or.
We don't have Melissa either. So.
Yeah.
Beware of me.
And Savage is locked.
I've been getting lag spikes, but that's an excuse, not a.
Oh, one of the things I saw in a video today for Cersei, if you can put down, make sure you have some portals down that'll let us get from Jaina to the back to like the wall area or something. They can be very. So for getting the I forget what it's called, but the Siegebreaker cannon out and stuff like that. Really helpful to have a.
Oh, I'd have to see how they're doing, because to me that sounds like I have to stop and cast them, and I only
Could I?
can do
Jeeves?
them every 2 minutes.
If you put it down at the beginning of phase 2 while we're running in during the intermission, is that gonna last?
You mean during doing the ice wall?
No, during when we first enter that arena and we're dodging the freezing things.
Yeah, I can try, but it's hard to guess where to put it because it sounded like you wanted it from where Jaina's being.
Well, I think any random
tank.
2 spots would probably occasionally be used.
I'd say put one at the wall area where we first walk in, and put one near the middle of the room, so that everybody can use it when they run back from killing the elemental, and it'll help us get back to the middle fast.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That
Worst
one-
case, and then you can use it to run out Siegebreaker if it's relevant to you, but otherwise, don't worry about it.
One second.
Yeah, especially if we're getting back in, it'll be great. But yeah, there are times we just need to get out.
Lots of people need to eat. Larissa, Adult Napper, Olds, Shanta.
I'm already.
Oh, sure. Call us by name.
Phase 3.
I did in raid.
The biggest thing in the last phase is we're getting too many people frozen to the raid.
1. For the Alliance!
Taking the raid.
Enemy vessels, hop up on side. Give them a taste of our cannons.
Boat's coming in on the left.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
Heads are up.
Cannon.
Searing pitch.
I
Ring
will
of ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Time
Enemy
warp.
vessel, up the
Freezing
starboard
blast.
side. Man the guns.
Right side.
Freezing blast.
Marines are landing.
Hope the continent can swim better than the sea. I
Ring
will
of ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Enemy vessel, hop up on side. Give them a taste of our cannons.
$65.
We're gonna get a bombardment soon.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Clear stack.
Start standing in fire.
Searing pitch.
Hard vessels on the horizon. You have
Spell.
nowhere left to
Didn't work.
ice weak.
Spell.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
You can be standing in fire. She makes it disappear, and then the thing comes out. That's what happened on that one.
You into open
That one was
waters.
bad timing.
Yep, just got to a barrel.
You have no hope of escape.
Dice, make sure you're kind of near the barrel, so if you get frozen, we can break you out.
Okay.
It's time we
Tavath, you too.
It's also really weird because I was in fire.
Dead.
Glacial ray.
Ray's coming.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Blow up this ordnance.
Chilling touch. Chilling touch. Ice fall.
Look at the icefall arrow.
Cannons fire!
Ray's coming soon.
Glacial ray.
I'm sorry.
Barrel's already clear, so you can do whatever you want.
Just run it out.
Chilling touch.
Icefall, we're safe as long as we stay around this barrel.
Chilling touch.
I hope you don't mind.
So, we're wasting a lot of DPS breaking out ice blocks there by barrels.
Cannons fire!
This is unfortunate. Alright, well, I'll stand kind of here, I guess.
Glacial ray.
Drop it
thought she was gonna move more.
Ice fall.
Let's go ahead and die here. Stack all the broadsides on the boss.
Chilling touch.
Said we're dying here, right?
Yes.
No, I'm putting up a bubble. It'll save us.
Chilling touch.
When
It
she
did.
does,
Rasmus survived.
Yeah.
He's a tank.
We can't all be
Productivity,
Rasmus.
definitely.
Rasmus is...
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm really tired. I've got to drop.
There's
You're
a
probably
portal.
better off without.
Oh, okay.
Don't say that.
I'll catch you next.
We got
Good
you
night.
a portal if you want to rejoin. Or your heart thing, huh? Good
Great,
night.
now that was gonna get clicked.
All right. Feel better.
Who's gonna click it? Don't do it.
I have a portal compulsion.
Was there a question earlier? I heard somebody speak up.
I was just gonna ask about the ray that she does. Like, I know in the beginning it's really fast, but is there a way that it can be like directed? Like, does it go towards the tanks, or does she randomly?
It's a random person.
Oh,
So
random
what we would do is you kind of position yourself so that if it faces you, it's kind of in a safe direction, you know, away from the barrel, for example, or
No,
towards
he
the
meant
edges
the
of...
phase 1 ray.
Oh, the random, that one. Okay. That one usually hits the tanks, but occasionally will go down the...
But sometimes they'll just randomly decide to cast in the middle for no reason.
But it's a good way to keep you on your toes.
I question the use of the word good in that sentence.
You know, we're all here to improve our abilities. You gotta have different stimulus to force an adaptation.
Sounds dodgy to me.
Is that a bowl machine next to the food?
Yes, it is. Look at that.
Maybe.
No, click on it and find out.
I need a summon. God damn it.
Don't pull. Don't
Don't
pull.
pull, don't pull.
4.
I was like
Three,
joking when I said
2,
click on it and find out.
1.
Can we have a summon stone, please?
Because you could just mouse over it and see it says personal moment.
It was a gear on both of them. I hit the wrong one.
It's always nice to have a how not to example.
You're just lucky I hadn't pre-potted already, because I would have just pulled. Not letting that potion go to waste.
Yeah.
This isn't a pre-pot fight though. It's
Yes, it is.
phase
There's no
1. We're on
reason
the
to
boat,
pre-pot.
man.
We need to. There is a reason to pre-pot.
Okay, I want all the healers pre-potting then.
I don't need to.
Use a
There's-
DPS
there is a
potion.
I usually innervate.
Look at my damage.
Phase,
I'm looking at it. It's
5,
unimpressive.
4.
You gotta run 3 Igneous potential.
1.
Oh god.
Get this boss away from me.
I'm ranged, damn it.
I feel that there's been some level of degradation.
You guys earned this.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
These fucking birds fill up my...
Who's that off the side there?
That was me. I got hit by 2 of them. I got bounced from one to the other.
Searing pitch.
If we wipe really quickly, we can.
Don't res me. Keep fighting.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I have 2 ships on fire, or catapults.
I
Ring
will
of ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing
Oh
Oh,
god.
that's gonna be bad.
Let's wipe it.
Go ahead and
I've
die.
never seen that before.
What the fuck is going on with
That
these?
was like perfect timing.
Because we didn't take it out of the boat fast enough.
That's so hateful.
Oh, there were 2 ships up, that's why.
But the 2 catapults burning didn't have.
Tejas, how are you alive?
Bang death.
Hunters cheat.
I thought it was rogues that cheated.
No,
I think it's
rogues. Rogues play by the roll of the dice. It's the fairest system of all.
Oh god.
By the way, as soon as we get her down from
JKM.
what I've been seeing in the next raid, everybody needs to re-roll pre.
JKM, have you been watching the dude on Jeopardy?
No.
But you're like
20,000
into
per
gambling.
night. Like
He has like strategy on how to bet on each
he's a
one.
professional sports gambler. Has he?
So-
He hasn't beaten the all-time winnings record yet, has he?
No,
Not
but
yet.
but
He will.
Should do it
He
in
broke the
half
one-day
the-
record.
5, 4,
he'll do it in 30 days.
2, 1. The tide rises.
Set charge. Freezing blast.
First boat's on the left.
I hope you don't mind cold.
Freezing blast. Set charge. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
I
Ring
will
of ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Cool Tyrants on the starboard side.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Time warp. Freezing blast.
Hands up.
Set charge. Set charge. Pitch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
They are so nothing left but ash and splinters.
Freezing blast.
I
Ring
will
of ice.
freeze you where you stand.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I will freeze you where you
Searing
stand.
pitch.
Give them a taste of our cannons.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
63, be ready to clear after this bombardment.
Set charge. Searing
Clear
pitch.
now.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Pitch.
Pod vessels on the horizon. You have nowhere left to run. Ice Witch.
You really think I
Let's shoot for a clean transition. Everything up until the first ray.
Impossible.
I lured you into open waters because out here
I'm running there, eyes
you
closed.
have no hope of escape.
So just like every other run.
It's
Exactly.
time we finish.
Don't get frozen.
Glacial ray. Chilling touch.
Wait for her to come by the barrel. Don't run over there.
Break this barrel.
Mind the cold.
Not the ice block, the barrel.
The barrel, please.
Wrong barrel.
Chilling touch. Ice ball.
Watch the timer on the barrel. Get out now. Ice ball's coming through the middle of the room.
Yeah.
All of the barrels are broken, FYI.
Yeah, I won't be sending that.
Stop hitting the ordnance.
Glacial ray.
Are you out, Olds?
Get that dog off the ordnance, please. I think it's Tejas.
Chilling touch.
It's off, but only 2%.
Ice chilling touch. Arctic ground.
We're safe from icefall if we stay in this corner.
So let's move there.
Barrel.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Stop attacking the barrel.
Don't kill this new one. Get her away.
from it. Channeling.
All weapons, open fire!
Arctic ground. Glacial ray.
Ray.
Chilling touch.
Icefall. As long as we're against the wall, we're fine.
Chilling touch.
Washed away!
Picking him up.
Chilling touch.
Get out.
Glacial ray.
It's on the wall. Transitioning in 1%.
Ice ball.
We'll be safe at the icefall as long as we're against the wall.
Good to see.
Oh my god!
Broadside's out too.
Get the broadsides out of the group.
Sorry.
Chilling touch.
Fuck. That sucks.
Chilling touch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I made it out! I'm running!
Now sit here and think about the choices you've made.
That sucks. I hate when there's a weird timing. I mean, we were pushing it with the comp.
It's alright. Mao Zedong is gonna break us all out. Look at that cat go.
So the key thing to notice is that every time you get frozen, you're basically adding 500,000 damage that we need to do to you instead of the buff, and that messes up the timings for everything.
Waterfall falling.
And if somebody's frozen near a barrel, then don't bother breaking them.
You will be washed away! Beware. Beware
Here's a portal.
of me.
Yeah. In the end, me setting up a warlock portal is really horrible for me because I'm on the far side of the room from where the first.
Okay, well, I never saw them, so.
It seems like we're okay for it's really just dodging the ray.